Good morning, chat. How are y'all doing? Today is Saturday. We're gonna start and go ahead and start the day. Go to Dallas and see what we can get into out there. There's a couple spots that I really want to see and everything. Hopefully y'all tag along for that ride and really enjoy this video. I know I really haven't been uploading or updating y'all on where I've been, how was the work, and I uploaded yesterday just something very simple, but I know that wasn't kind of enough on my end. I was thinking that, man, it's such a lousy upload, just threw videos together, and hopefully you guys like it, so we're gonna try to make up for that today. We're gonna go into Dallas. I have a few places that I looked up and through TikTok and everything, and it's gonna be quite an adventure today. Hopefully they're open. Hopefully I can reserve some tickets to go to those events and everything like that today. But anyways, if you guys want, look at this fit check right here. I'll show you guys real quick. So I just have this regular Riot Society, I believe it's called, and then let me show you guys right here. Oh, never mind. My that was weird. Hold on, let me learn how to work this camera right here real quick. Anyways, look at this. Yeah, I didn't starch them, but I tried very little starch. Not really, with this humidity and everything, it didn't really do justice. So yeah, that's my bad on my part. Anyways, we're gonna head out there, see what we can get into today. Sorry for the wind and everything, but yeah, let's go. We are just barely working our way into Dallas right now. Dallas is off in the distance.
In 2 miles, take exit 429A
so yeah.
onto Continental Avenue.
It's a lot of traffic out here. I'm not too sure what's going on this weekend out here, but there's a lot of traffic. I'm gonna try to work my way through this traffic and then see where we end up, but yeah, that's what we're gonna do right now. Once we get to our destination, I'll talk more and everything, so let me get through all this traffic. Yo, we made it to Dallas, Texas. We are here at the first attraction right now, basically. It's the Museum of History or Arts, or bro, it says right here, I don't know why I'm trying to make up a damn name. It is the Museum of Nature and Science. I already see something cool I like right there. Look up there. There's like a T-Rex literally standing on the freaking deal. We are like kind of in the middle of downtown Dallas. There's a bunch of people here, but right now we're gonna go inside. I want to take some cool B-rolls. I know there's I think I want to fly the drone. I'm not too sure what the FAA regulations on flying a drone here, but this would have been cool. I don't know how they made it, but the architecture of it is freaking nice. But yeah, these are the prices of different things that you can do right here. I don't know. They're not bad at all. Not bad at all. We're gonna go and get our tickets, and then we'll catch you guys here soon.
The escalator is about to end.
Look at this, shedding light on the universe. I'll read this out loud here in a minute. It says, objects in space give off many types of energy that can reach the Earth through the vast vacuum of space. They literally give you this. You can literally control that panel right there, change different lights and everything, which is pretty awesome. One thing that I really liked is this one here. Gives you different like helium. You can literally see what helium looks like. Exploring emission spectrum. So this is helium. You can very see it. This is neon. Neon has a certain kind of like waves of light. This is hydrogen. I wish you could just really see it. It says, did you know that hydrogen and helium are the most abundant elements in the universe? So hydrogen, neon. Pretty awesome. Earth's moon and the planet Earth literally teaches you a lot about like the different crescents of the moon, like lunar escape. Here, our home in space, what our home looks like, our planet Earth looks like, with the sun and the northern lights, how it all connects together with the sun. Pretty awesome. It teaches you anything and everything about the Earth. Journey through the solar system.
Did your feet stop working?
It's cool. Bro, this is it a Tyrannosaurus? Oh my god, my bad, I can't say that. Tyrannosaurus Rex. This is right here. Dude, this is freaking cool. Look at the detail on that thing. This reminds me of, if y'all ever watched The Night at the Museum, you literally can find everything here. And it's quite weird. Look at this. This is the evolving Mosasaurus. From tail end all the way to the feet to the head. Ocean life in Dallas. The Western Interior Seaway. And this is the Tylosaurus skeleton. I'm not too sure if I'm saying that right. But dude, if you guys, the video does not give justice to how crazy and massive this is. This is a life-size turtle. And a tree. Small fossils, big clues. Dude, this is so freaking cool. Gives you a big globe connecting continents from Asia to North America. It's pretty freaking awesome. Dude, this would be so cool to have in your house as a display. Freaking awesome. Dude, this is freaking awesome. This is like literally like a skeleton or the backbone of what's up there. It's all connected in many different ways. I'm not too sure you can really see it. But it's literally, it goes in, I don't know, it's weird to explain. But it's literally that up there. And like the tails of it. And they're tracking. Career-inspired stories. Walking in the footprints. This one's pretty cool. Investigating a winter mystery. These are like little small freaking dinosaurs. Check that out. Freaking awesome. Dude, this view of Dallas cannot get any better of downtown. Look at this. I'm a nerd for like building and engineering. How they engineered this thing. Freaking cool. since we build this kind of stuff, well, not buildings, but we're kind of in the realm of like fitting and doing steel, flying steel and everything. You just want to see how they got all this completed and made, and you know, I don't know, it's quite weird. But if you do look at what we do, then there's quite like look at like handrails and shit like that are welded, then that would definitely make you guys look again. We are going downstairs. There's more exhibits down here, so it's quite cool. I started at the top. I didn't look at anything. I didn't glance over at anything, but mostly everything that I did was mostly going downstairs. But other than that, we're gonna check what's more here. Like this one is all water exhibits. The top was like dinosaurs and everything. Water, air, erosion, how that all plays into life. So that's pretty cool. I mean, this is probably going to be quite a big, like a little boring deal for y'all. But for me, I like going to these exhibits every time I'm traveling or out on work. So we're going to do that here. So that's what it feels to be on a earthquake. Pretty cool. Like this one here is the stream action, how like streams, canals, and channels and erosion happens. This is how it's usually all formed. If you look up there, you can literally see how all the erosion affects everything. How the lockup of ice, boundary waters, like vital resources they need, living on the edge, and the sea around us. That's pretty cool. This is more of our deal with chemical plants and refineries and semiconductors and chip manufacturers and everything. This is more our style. I mean, deal with electric and coal and fossil fuels and, you know, all of that, and how it plays into life and how some may start deteriorating and being hard to get as we use all the fuel and everything. Migration. And this is literally salt, I believe, if it's saying up there. I don't know what this is. Oil and natural gas may be found in layers. Quite weird. (3D visualization). So this is explore the reservoir. Okay, the overview. This is a reservoir. Okay. So these are the different rocks that are underneath. We can literally break that down from A, B, C. And these reservoirs, they can literally go all the way deep into the ground. The faults, dude, that's freaking cool. This is more of our style, like onshore, offshore rigs and everything. These are the onshore deals. It gives you literally like a picture image of how it does and everything, all the wells and shit they put into the water or land or different things. Let me see if I can change this deal here. Interactive rig. Doghouse, mast, cow. Okay. Bro, I don't need all this. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know technology. Anyways, let's move on. This is when they're drilling into like land and everything like that. Slowly moves. To be honest, this is freaking cool. It just starts crumbling. That drill bit it starts crumbling all the rock. That's how they build like roads and caves and everything. Pretty freaking awesome. This is more like the drill style, drilling and production, how they use it in oil and gas, natural gas, all the different drill types they use. There, look. So the roller cone is that one here. And then the roller cone tungsten is this one here. The natural diamond bit is here. And then the natural, same, different type. And then the diamond compact bit to cut down everything. And that literally is like this. When we're on the oil rigs or the rigs down, I mean, you see this a lot of like kind of in Odessa, Midland, but this is how they pump the oil. That's how it just literally pumps, kind of like in Odessa and everything. I mean, these are your gate valves, your valves that we usually typically use in different things. Of course, you got your flanges, and that's what we usually use. And on the west side, oil fields be kind of like pipeline deals. Be Midland, Odessa. That's how we usually use everything. And yeah. Drilling at its finest, drilling fluids. This is another little image of how that looks out in the field. Pretty cool. But Alright, it is freaking hot here, dude. It's humid. Look at that. That's the building in the back of us that we went in. But dude, it's freaking hot here. It's windy, and it's like a muggy climate here in Dallas, Texas. So it's really not so ideal to be here. But other than that, we went through this exhibit right behind us pretty fast. Of course, I didn't have anybody with me. It would be nice if you had like maybe kids. Just not, it's very interactive for kids. So they have like activities, they have classes, they have kind of like little deals to be interactive, you know. So that's one thing about this place. I would highly recommend it for like people that have a lot of kids or have kids, but just going solo or a duo. It's cool and all, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's a cool sight to see up there, especially way on top when you get to interact or see the city. But other than that, that's it for this museum. We're gonna go on to the next place. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys enjoy that content too. Like when we showed it before, we were literally way up there. But we're gonna get out of here. So yeah, let's go. All right, this is the Reunion Tower. We're gonna try to go all the way up there. Hopefully we can. Hopefully they do still have some books open to go, but that's what we're gonna do. Hopefully y'all enjoying this day, and it's kind of windy, so let's get it. Let's go. We'll see what we can get into. This place is freaking fancy. I just bought tickets right now and we're gonna get going. But when I say fancy, I mean fancy. Yo, the World Cup. Reunion Tower. Yo, this is cool. Yo, that's cool. I like that photo right there. That little portrait with the... Look at that. That's freaking cool. That's how it looks at night. I literally want to go over there. And there's that one right there.
Yes, we did.
This is what it looks like inside the Reunion Tower. I just got my free photos, so your photos do come. Basically, god damn, it's windy up here. But you do get like free photos with your stay or something. Hopefully, let me see if I can enable it worse. But hopefully my hat doesn't fly off. But look at that. Oh shit. I accidentally hit my my gizmo gadget, whatever. But this is where the wind is coming from. Oh, this is cool. You can probably see my truck down there. Look, you can see my truck right there. It is. Let me see if I can put right there, right at the tip of my fingers is where my truck is right there. Under the tree. Look at that. That's freaking awesome. I'll take you guys along. Let me get some photos real quick and I'll take you guys along for the ride. The viewing tower looks like of the bridges. You can see like a little diagram right here of the bridges and everything. Sorry if it sounds like it's freaking windy, but yeah, I'm trying to make sure it's not really windy, but I know it's starting to become very, very windy. But there's that first bridge right there, and then that second bridge, the freaking cool one, is right there. This is on the, I don't know what side this is on Dallas, but this is literally a 360 tower, the Reunion Tower, so pretty freaking cool. This is a pretty cool view of Dallas. Check that out. You have the Bank of America Plaza, Fountain Place, Trammell Crow Center, and the Renaissance Tower, all in one view here. Check that out. Pretty freaking cool. I wouldn't live here, but yeah. Pretty cool. Look at that. Yeah, freaking cool. That's Dallas right there. That's pretty freaking cool. I like this tower. You know, this is a pretty unique area to go. It's kind of crazy that all this is just right here, but it's not bad at all. Kind of crazy to think that Dallas is just right behind me right there. Look at that. You can see like literally Dallas just right behind me. And yeah, I'm not too sure how to feel about that, but it's weird. Just like being a kid from the Navajo Nation and Navajo Reservation, you get to see a lot more and look at the world behind you and what's out there. That's what I really want to do. I want to inspire others. I want to inspire like kids and people, no matter what age, that is from the Navajo Reservation out in Arizona, to go explore, be out there. There's a lot more outside of the Navajo Nation. I'm not saying you have to lose your language and you have to lose all your teachings and everything. You can always obtain that, like myself. I can speak and carry a conversation in Navajo. The correct English language you can speak. So you can always carry that on, outside of the Navajo Nation, which would be nice for a lot of people. There's a lot of people that always stay on the reservation, always rely on the reservation, rely on government assistance and everything. You can get out there and go outside and be out here. It's not so scary. At first it does, but you get to see the people and get acquainted with the place, and you'll be just fine. You'll make plenty of opportunities, plenty of money, and everything is great outside of the reservation. And when you come back, you appreciate the reservation more. So that's all I'd like to say. But thank you guys for coming on along with this journey, and we're going to show you guys more. I grew up on the reservation. I really never traveled around the world or got the opportunity. The Navajo Nation consists of low income families and really a lot of poverty. You were very generous if you grew up in a household that really didn't have to worry about different things. But being in my early 20s, traveling the world, traveling with work, having the opportunities arise, leaving the reservation is one great opportunity and one great blessing that I usually take. And it's weird at times. It's weird, definitely, but there's many more opportunities off the reservation. I'm glad I left that place. I'm glad I moved away from the reservation and hardly visit it. Yes, I do miss it sometimes. Yes, I do visit sometimes, and that's okay. And I do still speak the Navajo language. I still believe in the traditions. I'm not saying to leave the reservation and never return and lose your language and lose what your teachings and what people have taught you. No. There's good meaning, there's good teachings behind it. So, yeah, you can speak Navajo language and be off the reservation, and you guys don't have to really be scared to leave the reservation. It's a nice world out here off the reservation. And I'm not saying to leave the reservation or whatever, but there's a lot more success and a lot more opportunities here off the reservation. Travel for work, take every opportunity, and we'll see you guys here later in a bit. All right, we just barely got out of the reunion tower right now. We're walking back to the truck, and that was a good experience. I didn't have no problems with it, or it was pretty self-explanatory. The reunion tower back there. I mean, it's not that bad at all. It does get busy toward the end of the day because a lot of people do want to see the sunset, and also a lot of people they're doing like not wedding proposals or anything, but they were bringing up like different stuff for like weddings. And yeah, anyways, I'm glad to get out of there. I got some souvenirs and stuff to send home, but other than that, we're gonna get going and head on home or get something to eat. I haven't eaten all day yet, so that's what we're gonna do. So let's do that, and yeah, we'll see you guys here in a bit. All right, we are gonna get some food here in Dallas, Texas. We are here. I am going to get, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Anna's restaurant or Ann's restaurant here. They're a small locally owned business or restaurant that like started not too long ago, maybe a couple years, I'm not too sure, but I just seen a TikTok on it. I was scrolling through what good places to eat on Dallas or whatever. So the 500th scroll, I came across their deal, and they explained where they're from and their tradition. It is a Mexican restaurant. So we're gonna go out there, and hopefully it's not packed. With all the reviews and everything I've heard, it's very, very, very packed. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's go out there and see what it's all about, because I'm hungry. I didn't eat breakfast nor lunch, and it's currently almost dinner time. So hopefully I get this uploaded for you guys on Sunday. That's what my goal right now is. But we're gonna head out there. We did enough sightseeing for today. I'm tired. But yeah, we're gonna get some food and see what that place has to offer. All right, we made it to Ann's restaurant. It was kind of a difficult location to find. I couldn't really find it. It doesn't have the old banner as always, like Ann's restaurant. It has the other name in Spanish. I forgot what it was. But anyways, you have to. It's kind of difficult driving in the parking lot. There's no parking. There's like maybe 3 or 4 parking spaces up front, but that's always filled. So there's a little alleyway on the side of the building you have to go through, and my mirrors only had maybe about, I would say, 3 inches, 4 inches over here, and then 3 inches, 4 inches over there. But it got tight. It got tight, especially where this white gate is. If you have a dually, or if you have like offsets on your wheels, I wouldn't suggest coming back here, because it was tight. I barely even made it. I would have to fold in my mirrors in order to make that, if it was any tighter. But we're gonna go inside. Hopefully it looks packed like crazy. There's people rolling in here, in and out, and yeah, we're gonna check it out and put the camera in their faces. Yeah, I seen you on TikTok. No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna yeah, let's go in there and see what's up. Alright, this is what I was talking about. Freaking narrow. But I believe this is the restaurant right here. I was parked in that parking lot over there, but there's a security guard, so we're gonna check it out right now. Ooh, this place is nice. Check this place out. It's really nice. Hey, what a freaking W. The outside looks kind of but the inside, oh man, it's freaking good. Highly recommend it if you guys are in town or in Dallas. Freaking amazing food. Wonderful staff, great service, all of the above. Very unique mom and pop shop. It's getting up there, it's getting crowded. Look at their parking lot, it's full all the way to the brim. Yeah. Really great service, very great food. Highly recommend it. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for coming with me along for the day. And yeah.